right. Hey, everybody. Coach Grant here with today's live workout. We've got YouTube Live going on. We've got Facebook Live. Either platform that you guys are on, be sure to go and send us a friend request. Be sure to like this video so that we know that you guys are getting these videos, and it gives us some incentive to keep creating these for you guys. So if you haven't already, check out our YouTube channel, subscribe. We've got different videos on there so you can rewatch later if you don't happen to get to the live workout by chance. So what we've got today is going to be a backpack workout. So go ahead. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to grab your backpack here. We're going to run through some mobility exercises. We've got some activations, and then we'll roll into our main workout, which is going to be an every minute on the minute workout today. It's going to be a 12-minute main workout that we're going to go through, and then you guys are good to go about your day. So again, backpack workout today. We're going to start out. I'm just going to throw it on. You don't have to for this mobility. That is completely up to you. So we're going to start out today, mobility with 2 exercises. First exercise today is going to be fire hydrants. We're going to get 10 each side. So what I'm going to have you guys do with these, find a spot on the ground. We're going to get down into a quadruped position. So hands and knees on the ground. We're going to start out with our right leg. From here, we're just going straight out to the side. And you'll start to understand why it's called fire hydrants there. So with these, let's go ahead and get 10 on the right side. And then we'll switch and get 10 on the left side. Now, as you're going through these, we want to avoid excessive rotation at the hip. So we want to avoid just rotating and twisting our midsection. Again, that motion should be coming from the hip and the leg as we go through. And as you guys finish up with 10, we'll switch over to the opposite side for 10. Now, don't feel bad if your range of motion is a little bit smaller. I would rather have you stop there than try to excessively turn like I mentioned before. So 10 on the left side here. And again, the point of the mobility and activations here is just to get some blood flow going. So shouldn't be sweating yet. But we should start to feel our hips getting warmed up. So after we get 10 each side, we're going to drop it down into single leg hip extensions, and we're going to go from the elbows on these, just a little bit more range of motion. So from there, that same quadruped position, we're going to drop it down to the elbows. We're going to start out with the right leg. I'm going to have you keep your knee bent, and we're just going to push our heels straight up to the ceiling, and then back down to that starting position. Same thing on these. Our hips should stay steady. If you've got your backpack on, our backpack should stay where it's at, and it shouldn't fall to the side or be falling down on us from there. So again, we got 10 on the right side, just like with our fire hydrants. As you finish up with 10, let's go ahead and switch over to the left side from there. So again, elbows on the ground, switch over to the left side, heels straight up to the ceiling. Again, we're not going back with it. Think about pushing straight up with that heel here. And it should be just that left leg that's moving. Everything else is going to stay stable as we go through here. Tap the ground, back up to the ceiling from there. So as we finish up with 10 on both sides of those, should be a little bit warmed up. Next up, we're going to roll into our activations. We've got 2 core exercises for the activations today. So first one is going to be a bird dog hold. We're going to go 5 deep breaths each side as you go through. All right, so with those, just think about a 2 to 3 second inhale, 2 to 3 second exhale. So it should be about 15 seconds with each side. So what we've got on the bird dogs, coming back up to that quadruped position, we're going to go opposite arm and leg. So I'm going to have you guys go right arm up, left arm back, and think about getting long with it. We're going to hold in that steady position. Again, statue position here, shouldn't be moving. This is where that core comes into play to hold us stable. Again, 5 deep breaths. As you get 5, go ahead and bring it down. We'll switch over to the opposite side. So we'll go left arm and our right leg here. Again, extending out. 5 deep breaths. And really get long with it. Now make sure we're not going up with that leg. So that back toe should be just a few inches off the ground. Our top arm should be all the way up by our ear. And again, as you finish up with those 5 deep breaths, let's go ahead and take a quick breather. One more on the activation. We've got our side plank hold. Same thing as with those bird dogs. We're going to go 5 deep breaths each side. So I'll have you guys start out on the right side. Feet are going to be extended out. If you have trouble with your legs straight, go ahead and bend your knees a little bit. But we do want to make sure we're keeping a straight position with our hips. So we're not crunching back with our hips. So get those hips forward. Again, you can go legs straight. It'll be a little bit more challenging. If it's too much, you can go knees bent from there. So choose a variation that's going to be challenging for you. Elbow underneath the shoulder, top hand to the ceiling. We're going to come up, and we're going to hold it steady. Now it is a little bit more challenging if you do have your backpack on, so if it makes it too challenging, go ahead and take that backpack off for these. 5 deep breaths on the right side. And let's go ahead and switch over to the left side for 5 deep breaths. Again, once we get done with these, we're going to get started into the main workout, which is going to be a 12-minute on-the-minute workout. And I'll explain what we got with those once we get rolling into it. So again, starting out on left side, elbow underneath the shoulder, top hand at the ceiling. Ready, go. Hips up off the ground. And relax. All right. So, quick breather here. I'm going to explain what we have for our main workout today. If you guys are here watching the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know you're in here. If you guys want to comment, ask some questions, I'll go over through those once I get done with the workout and give you guys some answers from there, or at least as best as I can with those answers. So, let's go ahead. Every minute on the minute workout. We've got 4 exercises. Our 4 exercises that we have today. First one is going to be a front squat with our backpack. So I'm going to have you take the backpack off. We're going to put it on backwards, and this is going to be our front squat position. All right, so feel free to load the backpack up however heavy or light that you want. Challenge yourself a little bit with it. All right, so you can fill it with books, you can fill it with cans, bottles of water, anything you can think of that will add some weight to it from there. So what we got, everybody, first exercise is going to be backpack front squats. We're going to go 12 reps. Now, it's on the minute, every minute. So what we're going to do, we're going to start the timer, get your 12 reps. Let's say it takes you 30 seconds to go through those 12 reps. Then you've got 30 seconds rest until the next exercise starts. All right? So starting out with our front squats. Ready, go. 12 reps. Now with these, since that weight's positioned in front of us, it should allow us to stay a little bit more upright with our upper body. So make sure on these that we're not bending forward. All right, chest is going to stay up, and think about sitting straight down into the hole here. Again, 12 reps. After you get through at 12, go ahead and rest. All right, we've got about 20 seconds rest here. Next exercise while we're resting is going to be a reaching lateral lunge. So I'm going to have you take the backpack off. Now, a few ways to hold on to it. We can hold on to the back straps, or if you want to turn it sideways, you can hold on to the top and bottom. We've got about 5 seconds here. What we've got on this next exercise, we're going to start our feet together. As we step out, we're going to reach and then back up to that top position. We got 6 each side. So let's go ahead and get started here. Lunge, reach, and then back up to the starting position. Again, 6 on the right, and then we'll switch over and get 6 on the left side. All right, and as you finish up with 6 on that left side, go ahead and take a breather. Same thing, we've got about 20 seconds rest. Next exercise is gonna be a single leg RDL. All right, so what I'm gonna have you guys do with these, we're gonna go back to our front rack position. So putting that backpack on backwards, single leg RDLs, these are gonna be 6 each side as well, just like with those lateral lunges. So what I'm looking for with these, starting out on that right side, we're gonna go back, and then back up to the top. Soft bend in that bottom knee and try to really extend that back leg back. So let's start out on the right side. We got 6 reps. As you get done with 6, go ahead and switch over to the left side. Now these can challenge the balance, so take it slow, and you'll actually get more out of taking these slow than trying to go as fast as you can through it. One more here, and rest. All right, everybody, the last exercise of this circuit is gonna be a wide stance, double leg RDL. All right, so sumo RDL, what I'm gonna have you guys do with these, we're gonna go feet wide. Toes are gonna be slightly pointed out. I want you guys with just a soft bend in our knees, so unlock our knees, and then we just wanna think about pushing our hips straight back, and then stand back up tall. Our backpack should drop straight down between our feet as we go through. We're gonna get 12 total on these. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, soft bend in the knees, hips back, and then squeeze your butt up the top. Getting 12. There we go. All right, everybody, one round down. We're gonna go through 2 more rounds here. So we've got, still continuing with that on the minute. We've got about 30 seconds rest. We're gonna go back to our front squats, which would be 12 reps. All right, so while we've got this rest period, again, if you've got water next to you, go ahead and grab your water, grab a quick drink. Now, if you don't have a backpack with you, just go through body weight on these 2. That's perfectly fine. But I know backpack is something that most people have. You can also use a duffel bag if you want to. So let's go ahead. We got about 5 seconds here. Back to our front squats. We got a set of 12. Ready, go. And you can either hold on to the backpack, or if you guys want to go arms straight, we can do that as well. And that backpack will just drop straight down into that hole as we go through. 3 to go. All right, and as you get done with the 12 again, we'll rest until that next minute starts. So we got some people in here. I'm glad you guys are joining in today. Next exercise is going to be back to our reaching lateral lunges. So again, dropping the backpack down. Again, 2 ways to hold on. You can hold on to the straps, or if you guys want to hold on top to bottom, whatever's easiest for you. I'm going to try the straps this round. 10 seconds. Again, on these, starting out on the right side, we'll get 6 to the right, 6 to the left. So starting out, hands at the chest, and let's go ahead and get started. Big step out, reach, and back in. It's actually a little bit harder holding on to those straps. Kind of kicks the shoulders in as well. And as you get done with 6, switching over to the left side. Again, feet together. Big lunge out, reach, and then back up to the midline. There we go. 15 seconds rest. That exercise takes a little bit longer, so there's a little bit less rest in between. Again, going back to that front rack position. Single leg RDLs, we're getting another 6 each side on these. So again, feet together, we'll start out going back with that right leg. So, backpack at our chest, standing back, let's go ahead and get started. Minute, 6 each side. Again, as you finish up with 6, switching over to the opposite side. Again, what I want you to think about with this exercise is that back leg is really going to be controlling our motion. We want to avoid just kind of bending over with the upper body and then flailing that leg back. So once you get done with 6 each side, go ahead and take a breather. Last exercise here is going to be our wide stance RDL that we're going to go through. So we've got about 20 seconds until this next minute starts. Good news is we are over halfway. After we get through our double leg RDLs here, we got 1 more round through and then you guys are good to go. So again, double leg RDLs, we're gonna go feet wide, soft bend in the knees, and then we're just gonna drive our hips back. We got 12 total. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, push those hips back, and then standing back up to that tall position at the top. Now on these, don't be afraid to let that chest drop down. Just make sure that we're maintaining a flat back position and we're not rounding at our back, all right? But we do want that chest dropping down. That way we're really sitting back into our hips as we go through. 2 to go. All right, and again, as you guys finish up with those 12, we've got about 25 seconds here. We're gonna go through 1 more round, everybody. So we got 4 minutes left in this workout, and then you guys are good to go for today, all right? So 15 seconds here. Again, we're gonna go back up to our front squats. 1 more round through these 4 exercises, and then we are done for the day. So again, maintaining that front rack position. 5 seconds here. Back to our front squats. Let's get our last set of 12 on the front squats. All right, and as you finish up with 12, quick breather here. Again, that's probably the quickest exercise. We got about 35 seconds rest. Again, take advantage of the rest periods as we go through here, all right? So focus on your deep breathing. The more we can drop that heart rate, the more energy that we're gonna have for the next exercise, which is gonna be our reaching lateral lunges, which is one of the hardest ones on this circuit. So deep breath in through the nose. Big exhale out here. About 5 seconds, back to our lateral lunges. Last round here, everybody, 6 each side. Let's go ahead and start out to the right side. Ready, go. Lunge, reach, and then push back up to that starting position here. Now, even if you guys are just using body weight on this exercise, I still want you to reach out with your arms, and that's kind of twofold. So it helps us sit back into that hip, but it also helps us remember to stay upright with our chest so that we're not collapsing forward with it there, all right? So even if you're just using body weight, I still want you to think about reaching out with your hands as you go through. All right, 15 seconds rest. The last 2 exercises, everybody. Back to our single leg RDLs. We're gonna get 6 each side. So returning back to that front rack position. Again, starting out, going back with that right leg, we got 6 each side. So soft bend in the knee, and let's go ahead and get started. Reaching back, and then controlling back to the front. Another thing I want you to think about with this exercise is making sure that our hips stay squared up to that bottom toe so that we're not rolling open with those hips as we go through. So keep those hips squared to the ground. 6 on the right side, we'll switch, and 6 on the left side. Should start to feel these a little bit in the back of the leg and into the glute of that leg that's on the ground. Almost there. And rest. All right, everybody, last exercise here is gonna be our wide stance, RDLs, deep breaths. We've got about 15 seconds, and then we'll get through this last exercise, 12 reps, and you guys are good to go for today. And again, if you guys are watching this later on, feel free to restart it from the beginning so that you guys get the whole workout from mobility to activations all the way through that main exercise, all right, or that main circuit. So let's go ahead and get started here. Again, wide stance, toes just outside shoulder width. Soft bend in the knees, 12 reps here. Push those hips back, and then squeeze your butt at the top. Should feel a little bit of stretch in the back of the legs, as well as in the inside of the legs on these. All right. And as you guys finish up with those 12, we are done with the workout, all right? So again, I'm Grant with Optimal Performance. If you guys made it through the workout, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys are watching it later, again, feel free, send a comment and let us know how you liked the workout. Let us know how you felt afterwards. And feel free, drop a picture of the backpack that you used in the comments below, all right? I appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon.